Hey guys, what's up? Time for another video. Remember, if you like the videos, like, sub, silly, comment, share, support the channel if you want. I appreciate it. Thanks. Seriously, if this really is the end of Dragon Ball Fighters 4 years later, whatever, even if you do a one-time donation to support the channel of $5, I'll put the link in for this past 4 years. Or if you've, all the stuff I've done through video games throughout the past 20 years, whatever it is, basically the meta of these fucking games. Really, I do appreciate it, even if it's just $5 if this is the end of the game. Which I don't really. I would think there'd be a Dragon Ball Fighter Z2, but whatever the case. Anyway, again, if you do that, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Or if you can't do that, just at least call out the haters for me, right? Because I know a lot of these dudes are always like, "Oh, I can't believe Clayton wants credit for helping us while he was dying in a hospital and all this other stuff," while then they want credit for what I taught them. Do you see the hypocrisy there? Pretty weird, but. What do I think about Android 21? Yes, I do think it's cool that, how should I describe her? I don't want to say that I consider her, some people are saying that she's like a pay to win or pay to play kind of thing. And I do think she's a strong character, at least when I look at her at face value, of course. I'm not super in depth about the, who is the best character in the game, whatever. I don't want to do any tier lists like that because I don't really play the game like that. I can just tell you what I know is possible in it, but... I do agree at face value, yes, she looks strong. Although I've said before, I don't think a character being strong is a bad thing. There's always going to be characters that are better in certain areas or just better, period, than other characters. So I don't think her being a strong character is bad. I don't think it's necessarily bad that she's a DLC character and strong either, because I guess that's just got to make money, I guess, right? So it is what it is, but I've always just said, I think when you think about the narrative of a video game and how you sell it to a consumer, and both just selling it to the casual audience and even to someone that knows what they're doing, it's good to have characters that are strong, that show off the game. And that's why when I've talked about narrative, I think serendipitously, when you look at a character's tool set, kit, or moveset, whatever kind of foundational, whatever term you want to use for them, serendipitously, I think a character like Vegito is a character that actually could show off the game very well. Just like a character like, serendipitously, actually, I think Krillin is a potentially very interesting character because of their tool set of what you can see, the foundation of what they could do to show off this game. So in that aspect, I don't think 21 is a interesting character to me in that sense. I don't think she shows off what Dragon Ball Fighter Z could be in that sense. Which not every character has to do that, but I think from a narrative perspective, she is not a interesting, good character. Hopefully you get what I'm talking about if you watch my other game theory videos. But I do like that she's not pre-planned as much, and I don't want to. I think this is kind of cheesy. She almost seems kind of like a quotation marks love letter to lab monsters, or what do they call people? Is it a lab monster? Is that the phrase they use? I forget. I forget the phrase that the community, lab monster, whatever, galaxy brain, whatever the fuck people say, lab coat, lab monster, whatever, because she does have a lot of things that are pretty, again, I say the term kind of like love letter to the community, whatever it might be, something like that, to people that want a lab or something, because she is thankfully not as pre-planned as other characters. You know what I mean? You can see a lot of her special moves. You can finagle them in a way to make them hit different, which I've always said that I don't think the game should be so pre-planned. So it's nice and refreshing that the character has more not so pre-planned moves, which means she can do a lot of weird links and all that kind of stuff. I think when you think about ease of use as well, when I think about this thing that I showed, how you can cancel that earlier than normal characters can, how you can cancel it in between, I'm not sure if that was done on purpose, if it's an oversight, if it's a bug. It could be just that, again, I think about them trying to put in a character that is a little bit more free-flowing than other characters, so to speak. And so maybe they just did this as a... I canceled too slow. See, I'm already canceling it way before the move even hit. You know what I mean? I think of that. Maybe this is just kind of making her an easy character to play, so to speak. You know, easy to be strong. So when you're like baiting homing dash, whatever it might be, it should be almost impossible to miss that, whatever, if you're baiting something. Hell, you can cancel so early, you could just beat the homing dash with that, actually. You know what I mean? So that could be, maybe it was done on purpose to be ease of use. Maybe it's an oversight, a bug, you know, but of course it's something good. I want to do, I was trying to do stuff like this, you know, I got so many random ideas, you know, there's potentially combos. I wanted to do, or sorry, wait. But unfortunately, I was thinking like maybe some Frieza links that I've showed before, but dump dash back, or super far back, medium, but her mediums just aren't long enough. But then anyway, you know, you would hit that late. I'm trying to find some better links for that, you know what I mean? Spin-a-rooney, twister, suck my dick, chocolate titty, whatever fucking laser beam link, whatever the fuck you're gonna call it. You know, I was even thinking stuff like or sorry, make that hit late, whatever. God, what am I doing? You know, hit that late and they're gonna pop up their feet hit, hopefully. You know, they're trying weird shit like that. Really, the only thing that I could even think to theoretically do it was this, you know, the stomp into it, which then Daimo ended up showing off. So I don't want to just like do the same thing as everyone else. You know what I mean? I like trying to show different things, right? You know what I mean? I always want to put out stuff, and I think I can say that throughout all my time, even in this game, the past 4 years that this game has been out, and just throughout the history of all these video games and all the stuff I've done. I like being able to say that, you know, every time you watch a video of mine, there's going to be something that no one has ever thought of or done. Anything like that. You know what I mean? And then, so I'm trying to think of some different stuff to do with her because I don't want to do just what everyone else does. I want to be able to change the perspective on what is possible in a game. But I just don't know how much more combos I'm going to do for her because at the end of the day, personally, she doesn't do anything for me. I don't care about her. You know what I mean? And when I was talking about, I was trying to do some stuff like this, like boom, 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 you know, cancel that really late. See, I fucked it up, but then boom, that would hit, and then jab, you know what I mean? I'm trying to think of some weird shit like that. And I'm sure you can finagle more of this stuff. But at the end of the day, because I don't really care about her, it's kind of hard to motivate myself to do stuff for her, I guess. Do you know what I mean? You know, so I'm glad that if she really is the last character, I'm glad that basically I showed throughout this entire game's lifespan, just like any other video game I've ever played, that if you watch my videos, you're going to get stuff that no one else has ever done consistently. And it's going to change the perspective on games. So I'm glad that, you know what I mean, I gave the community a couple head weeks start with her. I wasn't going to get her, but then I thought, you know what, I could think of it as a challenge. You know what I mean? Because I can see stuff that people aren't doing. And the funniest thing is I see some of these haters, you know what I mean? They're like, oh, well, we thought she could do that too, but we just didn't actually test it out. You didn't test it out for a week, 2 weeks, however long, you just didn't test it out. You thought that was, how well did you test it, lab monster? I think it's actually pretty sad because, again, when I talk about maybe you could think of the character as like a love letter to the community that, you know, she's a character that is not as pre-planned per se, you know what I mean? And some of her moves are actually, you can finagle, you know, the frame data more so like a normal fighting game. And then you have Lab Monster saying that, oh, well, we thought she could do it too, but we couldn't get it. What the fuck were you doing? Pathetic. Pathetic, the people that people think are the real lab monsters of this game. It's like, dude, what it just took me trying. Just lickety split. I did it. You're a lab monster and you had the game for a week or 2 weeks and you just, oh, we thought she could do it, but then we didn't bother to try. Are you fucking kidding me? You didn't bother to try? You thought it was possible, but, oh, we tried one character and it didn't work, so we just thought you couldn't do it. What? Did you try different? Yeah, just fucking ridiculous. And it's kind of sad too, because like I said, if you think about the character like as being a love letter to lab monsters, lab coat, Android 21, whatever, it's like, oh, hey, I'm the Dragon Ball Fighter Z team. We're going to put in this character. She's going to be not as pre-planned, blah, blah, blah. All these lab monsters sure are going to have a lot of fun with her. And what did people do for 2 weeks? Oh, she can do a stomp. Are you fucking kidding me? I think that's pathetic, but anyway, again, for me personally, she doesn't interest me. I just took it as a challenge to show that I could do it again. But meta-wise, I mean, yeah, I don't think it's bad that she's good. I mean, I think it's weird that her super is invincible as well. I don't think it's bad that his super is invincible because I think there should be more versatile supers. I'm down with the gimmick. It's a cute little gimmick. If anything, I think that's the most interesting thing about her because it's kind of like a cute gimmick that is different than other characters. But other than that, you know, oh God, I mean, I could go really, I mean, if you want me to be honest, just like with Vegito, and I've showed all the stuff that you could do with him, meta and tech-wise, I could break down this character and show you some stuff as well. But I just don't really give a fuck. But there's definitely stuff that I've seen with her meta-wise that you can do that we'll see if the community actually ends up doing. But, yeah, I mean, people ask for this video again, but there's just not much to say. I don't think it's bad that she's good. I just don't think she's interesting from a narrative perspective of the game. Again, it's cool that she's not as pre-planned, but she just doesn't do anything for me offhand. But again, remember, if you like the videos, like, sub, silly, comment, share, support the channel if you want. I appreciate it. Thanks. There's links in the description. Even if it's $5, a one-time $5 thing, you never donate again. If you're like, hey, Clayton, you've been doing this shit for 4 years. The community made up a bunch of lies about you, said everything you did was fake, and then they posted it as their own, and they wanted credit for it, and then they accused you of wanting credit. What? Being weird. Like, do you see the hypocrisy there? You want credit for something you said was fake and not real, and then you blame me when I think that's weird and you think that I'm the one that I put out everything for free. I just said, don't lie about me and then take credit for it because that's fucking weird. And that's what people do. So again, I actually I don't necessarily think that there's never going to be a Dragon Ball FighterZ 2 or there's never going to be an update again. I think that'd be kind of weird. Could be possible. But again, you know, if you ever want to support the channel, call it the haters, all these other YouTuber guys that have bragged about lying about me, how it made them popular. You know what I mean? At least call them out if you're not going to support the channel in a different way, right? So anyway, the end.